Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sonya, also known as SG from Let the Lady Speak podcast, where we have healthy discussions about life, love, dating, and relationships while promoting self-love and healing. Today, I want to talk about creating a safe space in your relationship. And that means a space where a person feels comfortable communicating with you, being vulnerable with you, doing this thing called life with you. I just think it's very important that we have this conversation. This was actually my first podcast episode over a year ago. However, I wanted to do it for YouTube. I wanted to do a shorter version. We're going to talk about that today. But first and foremost, I want to thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If you're just stopping by, hey, how are you? I hope you subscribe if you like the content. If you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate you. If you are returning, welcome back. Good to see you. And thank you so much for coming back. And please feel free to share my videos if you feel like it can help anyone. Okay, let's get into today's topic. Now, I've recently done some videos on Married at First Sight, and we are addressing abuse and miscommunication and, unhealed trauma. And so I wanted to do this episode for that reason. In this video, I'm talking about relationships with anyone, not just your romantic partner, but also in your work life, in your peer relationships, just relationships in general, your family, your children. This advice could apply to any type of relationship that you want to have a healthy outcome. So I want to start with it starts with you. You have to be willing to do the work on yourself. It's important to be self-aware, self-reflecting, and self-correcting. You have to be willing to do those things. Are you aware of who you are and how you're presenting yourself? Do you reflect on yourself, and are you willing to make changes in areas that need to be changed or addressed, right? That is important before you even consider this type of relationship or having a healthy relationship. Some of the reasons why a safe relationship is important is that, you guys can open up to one another. And I just want to talk about emotional safety since I talked about emotional abuse. Emotional safety, according to psychcentral.com, is the foundation for a loving and healthy relationship. We all want loving and healthy relationships, correct? It's about establishing trust with another person and feeling safe enough to be open and vulnerable with them. So, you want to feel open and vulnerable with them, and they should be in a place to feel that way with you. So how do we establish a safe space in our relationships? The number one way to create a safe space in your relationship is to be your partner's or your person's friend. Now, I'm not talking about work, be cordial at work, but in your personal relationships, especially romantic relationships, be their friend, like be a shoulder, get to know them, get to understand them, get to know how they receive love and how they communicate love. Because how they receive love and communicate love will make all the difference in the world to the both of you, I promise. Number two, the second way of creating a safe space for your partner or in a relationship is to listen. Listen to understand, not to respond though. Really listen. And if you need to say it back to them, do that. Hey, I'm hearing you say that you felt hurt. I'm hearing you say that, whatever it is, listen to really, really understand. A lot of times we just want to listen to respond, but we're not understanding exactly what is being said. And then that miscommunication turns into a huge argument, and the person wasn't even saying what you interpreted. So make sure you clear your mind and really listen to them, The third way to create a safe space in your relationships is to channel your feminine energy. We all have feminine and masculine energy, right? And so even if you're a man, this applies to you. And all I'm talking about is the nurturing side. Sometimes a person just want to feel cared for and loved and nurtured. So, be nurturing, be compassionate, be empathetic. That is what I'm saying. Don't be protective, assertive, and guarded. You have to be a little open. So channeling your feminine energy helps in that area. Okay. Number 4 is learn to communicate well and learn to fight fair. It is so important to fight fair. When you hit below the belt, when your intention is to hurt your partner, you're doing yourself and that person a disservice. And that's in your friendships as well. Like, when you're about to throw that dagger, don't throw that dagger. And if you're doing that, you have to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why would I want to do this to someone I say I love and care for? And will I want that done to me? So that goes back to self-correcting and self-reflecting, right? The 5th way to create a safe space is don't be judgmental. Don't judge. We are all imperfect, right? No one is perfect. We're all a work in progress. And some of us have decided to do the work. Some of us don't feel like they need the work to be done, which is concerning. And some of us haven't gotten to that place where we are ready to open up those wounds and open that closet door and deal with what's in there, right? But it is so important to just not judge a person. You don't have to agree. You don't have to be okay with it, but don't judge them. When you judge them, it makes it difficult for someone to want to open up to you, to want to speak to you, and to want to share. So don't be judgmental. The next way we can create a safe space is to be vulnerable. If you yourself is vulnerable, you let the walls down. Now, of course, I am saying be vulnerable. This is with someone you trust. As someone whom you are aware of what their intentions are and within reason, right? But yeah, be vulnerable. People mirror your behavior. So if you are kind, if you are open, if you are vulnerable, if you communicate, even if that's foreign to them, they'll take notice, and after a while they will mirror that behavior. So be vulnerable. Last but definitely not least is be respectful. Respect your person, respect yourself, communicate respectfully, treat your relationship as one that requires respect within and outside. So that means outside sources can't come in and disrespect your relationship either. Be respectful. Respects begot respects, and once you show a person respect and you are respecting yourself, and you require that people respect your relationship and your partner or your friend or whomever, it makes all the difference in the world. And now I know that I am safe with you because you're not going to tolerate or allow anyone to be disrespectful or anyone to harm me, and you yourself don't want to harm me. The bottom line is a safe space is all about safety. It's all about security. It's all about a comfort zone. And if you can provide that for the people that you are in relationships with, it'll take you far, and it fosters a healthy relationship with great communication and lots of love. So I hope you enjoyed this content. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please comment below. I love when you guys make comments and interact with me. Also, there will be a link in my description box if you want to contact me via my email, or you can leave me a message so we can have relationship talks, or if there's a topic you want to discuss, please feel free. I am also thinking about starting to do relationship lives. Let me know if that's something you are interested in. Okay, please have a wonderful evening, and do not forget to love you for who you are. Have a great night. Bye bye.